kill it. It's your heart, and you can still it. It's your grave, and you can feel it. But remember, it's God's love you're throwing away. It's your life for you to kill. It's your heart for you to steal. It's your grave for you to fill. But remember, it's God's love you're throwing away. It's your life. You can abuse. It's your soul, and you can lose it. Heaven or hell, just as you choose it. But remember, it's God's love you're throwing away. It's your life that you abuse. It's your soul for you to lose. It's your hell for you to choose. But remember, it's God's love you're throwing away.
Did you see, Mom? I'm getting better. Yes, I saw. Now you jump into bed, young man, and there'll be no stories for you tonight. Come on. Will it be a cowboy story? A cowboy story? Well, it's a story of adventure about a brave man who fought a whole army, almost single-handed. His name was Gideon, and he lived a long time ago, more than 1,200 years before the birth of Christ. Now, Gideon was an Israelite, and at the time of this story, his people had no food for themselves or for their cattle. Their enemy, the Midianites, had taken it all away from them. So Israel called on God to help. And in answer to their prayers, God sent an angel who appeared to Gideon one day while he was threshing wheat. And the angel said, "Gideon, thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites." Well, now what would you do if an angel appeared unto you? You'd want to make sure it really was an angel, wouldn't you? Well, that's just what Gideon did. So he said, "Just so I can make sure you really are an angel, you wait right here, and I'll bring you a gift." So he hurried into the house, and he brought back some food, and he placed it on a rock right in front of the angel. And the angel reached out his hand, and fire came out of the rock and burned up all the food that was on it. So Gideon knew this really was the angel of the Lord, and he listened to everything the angel had to say. But when the angel told him that God was going to save the whole nation of Israel through him, well, Gideon found that just a little hard to believe. He knew he was the youngest child of one of the poorest families of a humble tribe. But then, the angel told him the most wonderful secret of all. He said, "Surely I will be with thee."
Did he believe the angel then?
Not quite, Richard. He still wanted more proof. So he said, "Please, God, show me a sign if this is really true. I'll put some sheep's wool on the ground tonight. And in the morning, if the sheep's wool is wet while the ground all around it is dry, then I'll believe. And that's just the way it was the next morning.
I guess he believed then.
No, he didn't even believe then. He asked God for one more sign. This time, he wanted the ground to be wet and the wool dry. And that's just the way it was the next morning. This time, Gideon believed. And he told God he'd do whatever the Lord commanded. Now the Midianites had an army so great that it could hardly be numbered. And do you know the size of Gideon's army by the time God had weeded out all the bad soldiers? Only 300 men. So, one night when it was pitch dark, God told Gideon the plan. And Gideon told the plan to his men as they gathered all around him. To each man, he gave a trumpet to carry in his right hand, and a pitcher with a lamp in it for the other hand. Then quietly, the little band of 300 men slipped through the darkness and surrounded the camp of the enemy. When every man was in his place, Gideon gave the signal, and each man blew his trumpet, broke his pitcher, and shouted, "The sword of the Lord and of Gideon!" Think of the great noise and excitement. Trumpets blowing, pitchers breaking, lights flashing throughout the camp, and 300 men shouting at the top of their voices. Well, in all the excitement and confusion, the enemy began fighting among themselves. And the little band of 300 men overwhelmed the thousands of Midianites. And once again, peace was restored to Israel. Just think, Richard, what God can do with just one man who will listen and obey him.
Yeah, he was a real cowboy.
Well, let's call him an Old Testament cowboy, because this was a true story. It really happened. And you can read all about it in the Bible, in the book of Judges. The important thing to remember, son, is to obey God. He used Gideon, a man no one had ever heard of. And he can use a little buckaroo by the name of Richard if you'll just stay close to him. So let's talk to him right now, shall we?
What would I do without Jesus, my friend? He filleth my cup to the brim. For he is the way and the truth and the life. I go to my Father by him. He said, I'll never leave or forsake thee. If you just abide in my love, his mercy endureth forever, my friend. Oh, what would I do without him? What have you done about Jesus, my friend? He said ye must be born again. If you only open your heart, he'll come in and wash away all of your sin. Today is the day of salvation. Please open your heart to him now. Believe on his name and he'll save you, my friend. Oh, what can you do without him? Do without him. soon our friends and guests will be slipping away to their respective homes. We've enjoyed having you with us, and we hope the message and song and the spoken word will remain with you always. So, this is Red Harper saying goodbye and God bless you, and inviting you to join in with us again real soon when it's Sunday on the Range.